Okay, so what you can see here are buttercups growing wild. Buttercups are well known for treating lack of self-worth, not appreciating yourself and all that kind of thing. But apart from that, what I really want to say there is it's a sharp contrast to the weather we're experiencing now, which is very cold, very damp. And if you've got no shelter, like in the winter, you can become very exposed to pneumonia and stuff like that. Well, where we lived, there was a very young puppy who was stuck out in all of the winter. Let's say he'd got no access to shelter 24 hours a day. He hadn't got no shelter at all. And he became very ill. I found out because I felt pushed to go out one night. It was very frosty, very damp, very cold and very foggy. And I took the dog with me for security and safety because it wasn't a safe place to live in. And I called the dog's name because he usually went up to the fence and wagging his tail and seen me and to greet me, you know. But he wasn't there. He was there, but I could hear some terrible breathing. It was a terrible cough he'd got. He couldn't breathe properly. So I ran back to the house with the dog, full speed. I literally dragged the dog with me because he was a bit lazy on things like that. But he picked up anyway on what I wanted to do. And so he ran with me. And I said to my husband then, call your friend and tell him that the dog is very ill. And if he leaves him out there all night in that kind of weather, with no clemency, with no mercy, no compassion, that dog will die. That dog won't live the night because he was in a very bad state. So he called his friend and I said in Spanish to his friend, venga, si no quieres perder el perro, ven a por él y le llevas a un veterinario. I said, if you don't want to lose that dog, for as much as you want it or you don't want it, you're gonna lose him tonight. And so he did. He reacted to it, fortunately, and the dog's life was saved. And after that, I think out of, let's put it this way, he gave the dog to somebody else who could be more responsible for the dog himself. It was a beautiful dog, a really beautiful dog. I'm not going to put a photo of him here. The photo is about self-worth and all the problems lack of self-worth causes. But the story of the dog is tied in with it as well. The dog's life was saved when he was used as a guard dog in somewhere where he could take shelter if it rained, if it was cold. They gave him better food. And his immune system immediately went right up after that. I've never seen the dog since then, but the memory of his beautiful face, that always will stay with me. Nada más. Hasta luego.